Eric just joined.
Oh, good, because we just went live.
Hi!
Hey, welcome.
Happy
Hello, world.
Friday.
Alex is watching.
Happy Friday Eve.
If you're not in the chat, Alex has said hi there.
Oh, hello there.
Oh,
Hey,
I don't know if
Alex.
she's still there, but
Oh, did she disappear?
I don't know. But anyway, so Eric signed into the roll 20. Still waiting for him to sign in here.
So that happens when you're in California. It takes a while to get all the way over here. All of us Eastern people. There he is, California dreaming.
The
squad.
California dreaming, such a winter's day.
That. Hello.
And that means that no one owes Matt hero points tonight.
That is right.
Well, would
Oh,
we
yeah,
all do that tonight?
Huh?
Matt was missing from the barbecue too.
That's
Of course
true.
he was. He's in Virginia.
Yes, but the
I was missing from the barbecue.
Yeah.
I was saying that the only people that all of the M&Ms were there except for
Coinless and Eric, but that wasn't true.
yep. The related people, and then I forgot about Matt, but
Yes.
that's
That
easy
happens.
to do, I
that
guess.
happens. Oh, it is easy to do.
Poor Matt.
Skipping
I'm
is
so
not a
mad.
joke.
I'm so mean.
Maybe next
Oh,
year, Dave.
no,
Maybe next year. We'll see.
I trust me. No one has been meaner to that boy than me, probably.
That's true. So,
There's no disputing that.
Yeah,
It was
that's-
that everyone
yeah.
was like, "Yep, the fact. Move on."
quality.
I'm like,
statement of
I
truth.
smell blood in the water. Show any sign of
So-
weakness, don't flinch.
So Matt is the carrot cake then.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Uh,
Guys, Shark Week's already
He's a
over.
lot.
Gotta survive.
Very nicely done. Very nicely done.
He's gone from Skippy to carrot cake.
I'm gonna text him right now. Where are you, carrot cake?
All right. So, just a quick. I'm gonna give you guys some. I'm gonna give the viewers some.
Roll
information.
initiative.
Because the viewers obviously have not seen the introduction document that you all have seen. It is currently visible
Introduction document.
on stream.
Dave didn't do his homework.
No.
Mm-mm. Slacker.
We had homework.
Did you
Was it
read your
surprise quiz
character
today?
Did you read your character?
I did
background?
read my character.
I
Okay.
did too. I didn't see this introduction, so please hold.
Okay. Well, I'm about to read it. So.
Oh, okay, good. There we
Yay!
Please listen.
Story time.
go.
Okay.
Story time, with Uncle Tim.
So it is. It is visible on stream, but I'm also going to read it for the sake of stream because I don't know how well they can read that font size. All right.
Oh.
So this is written from the perspective of the characters. Most of us remember the war, or at least part of it. All of us remember the event. In a flash, the world changed. Some people vanished, others were changed. Most didn't survive. The landscape itself turned against us, rules of physics broke down, crops were wiped out, monsters started roaming the wilds. We had to make the best of it. About 300 of us found each other and settled in a region of relative calm near what used to be Colorado Springs. Tucked away in the mountains, we had to scrape to figure out how to grow any food, we had to learn how to hunt, and some of us had to learn how to deal with the sudden mutations we'd gained when everyone else died around us. We lost over half of our number in the first 5 months before Book arrived. She knew things, all kinds of things, and she helped us get sorted out. With her help, we managed to establish some self-sufficiency to hunt and use our powers and raise crops. Things were turning around for us. We began sending out scouting parties, looking for other survivors, more supplies, safe havens, that sort of thing. One thing we found were travelers. To the east we found explorers, people who claimed that the eastern part of the continent had never changed as much as our region had, and they were looking for answers. Word of safer lands to the east spread, and we lost many who went looking for greener pastures and never returned. A year in, we found Mount Doom. That's what we called it. A steep, jagged mountain to our west with its center blown out. Waves of unreality burst out of it at irregular intervals, and the area around it was more mystical than anything we'd ever seen. Monsters roamed freely with no signs of mankind anywhere, save one notable structure, A massive steel door set into the side of the mountain, flanked by security checkpoints and gun nests. Approaching it for more information was impossible. We couldn't get nearer than the surrounding mountains without growing terribly sick and, if we pressed on, falling victim to the same forces that killed so many others during the event. We determined there had to be an explanation for all of this somewhere inside that mountain. It had to be the point of origin. So we've been monitoring it ever since, waiting for any change, any sign that we could get inside. That sign finally came a week ago. Something started to feel off, and the monsters began to thin out. One night we saw movement, the briefest glimpse of something moving through the void where the mountain had detached from its base, with a flashlight. Someone had found a way in, and they were safe enough to explore. We've pulled together a team to dive into Mountain Doom. It's time to learn what happened to our world.
Hey.
Cue epic music.
So yeah, that's the setup. And then you guys, each of you have a character. You want to go ahead and our pictures underneath our names today do not apply because they're not these characters. But if you wouldn't mind each of you giving a very brief description, give a name, and roughly what people would see if they could see you. We'll start. Let's just go straight along the bottom like we always in the order that we're in on stream. So I guess that would be Tripper first.
Okay, so
And then it's in alphabetical
Look.
order by character, by usual character name. So Tripper, Eric, Dave, so on.
all right. So Book was mentioned in the introduction. That is my character. So she is in her mid-40s, brown eyes, blonde hair. She looks like she's seen something, and from everyone's experience with her, she's known as Book because she is just a wealth of information. She's the one who pulled the settlement from the brink, and people apparently look to her for guidance on a lot of things. So she's very no-nonsense, obvious military background, but she has been very tight-lipped on her actual backstory, even her real name.
All right, Eric. Yeah, you guys can give a little bit of information that everyone else knows as well, if you like. Eric.
All right. So, my character is Jules. I am 5'9", and I want to say I'm essentially a jellyfish. So just envision that a fairly translucent jellyfish, and Book convinced me to come along. How much more do you want me to give?
It's up to you.
Tim? Okay. Yeah, Book suggested I come along, and because I probably I've probably knows the way, or know a way around there. This doesn't seem like it might be my first time in Mountain Doom, so I'll leave it at that.
All right, Dave.
Good evening. Character I'll be playing is Clicks. She is a short little thing. She's an ex-soldier, but right now she looks like a scorpion. She has claws and a scorpion body.
Kind of like a centaur type of situation going on, yeah.
Yeah, or like Scorpion, or the Scorpion guy from the Spider-Man comics, from the later ones, not the original ones. So she was a defector from the military. She was she always had claws before, and she had an exoskeleton before. But she was contracted to hunt terrorists, and then the event happened, and then she was like, nope, I'm done with this. And she also is very agile and has a infrared sight. And that's about it, I think.
All right, Chris.
All right. I am Swift. I am a soldier through and through. many tours in Afghanistan. Not super powered, just a soldier at heart. Was around for the event. Somehow was the last of my group to survive. Made camp in Colorado Springs. Provided the best protection for travelers as I could. Sort of the founder and one of the originals in that area. But things really took a turn for the better when Book arrived, and seeing her experience, I put myself under her command. So I refer to Book as the boss. And I'm here to find out what happened and, sort of take revenge. And, in the memory of my fallen comrades. And I'm 6 foot, 220, 229, just how I look in real life.
Pointless.
Well played. Well played. Washboard abs, That's how I look in real life.
Very sus.
Washboard keg?
So
What?
I'm coinless. I'm coinless, and I'm playing Oriana Brandit, 6'3", 327-pound, 34-year-old female, who is a new mom, and also has cow legs, horse tail, and ram horns as their identifying features. And for the most part has grown up more as a farm girl, with a good bit of background in textiles and, basically farm living. Some bad stuff happened, as the things started to change, but she was making a new life. And Book came along, we're working together, and she was requested to help them out, and that's why they're here. Got some hunting skills. Ready to go.
All right. And I'm not playing a character in this. However, I will go ahead and introduce Matt very quickly. Just so we don't have to stop game to do so when he finally shows up. His character is called Jitterbug, or it's kind of the nickname he's been given. He's a 6'3" male, very light, mid-30s. It's very obvious that he's not solid. He's made of very fine particulate matter and can actually adjust himself to fit through spaces or to stretch bits out by just spreading out or compressing that particulate matter.
So he's a non-shadow version of 5?
Yeah, he's very much. So Matt picked a very similar character to his normal character. Yeah, basically, except I think they're. Let me verify something. Yeah, so he's here because he's brilliant.
Oh no.
He has a high intellect.
Oh no.
He has multiple science skills
Oh no.
that are very high.
Excellent. Excellent.
Oh.
So he definitely has a different social impact on the party than 5 would, but power wise, yeah, he's pretty similar. So
That leaves Eric.
no,
Or is Eric already on?
Eric
All
went
right,
immediately
right.
after you. Or you
Matt
not
has
even
stated
listening?
he's going to be a little
I don't
late.
think
Oh. Okay.
I'm going to
Did he
reply
s-
back. You're already a little late.
Yeah.
They are the strong, or the smart silent type.
Maybe hard for.
Yes, just hazing Matt as always.
All right, so we are jumping in. So this is Mountain Doom. Is this mountaintop here? As I said, there's a significant chunk missing out of kind of the top of it, and a large part of it down to about right around this line, this 9,000 foot line. It's actually severed from the area under it. There's a gap of about 200 feet. There's like little bits of metal and like you can if you get a close enough look at it, you can see that like there's definitely a structure in there that has been damaged. And that's what the people who were moving around were moving around in. The actual door that you guys know about is over here, about 9450, on this relatively flat side here.
So if it says you are here, that means we are on a ridge that is higher than what we're looking at.
Yes, you are currently. So you guys have come down from the settlement. You are at the point where Clicks has been at an observation point, watching for this type of thing to happen. This is that observation point.
Okay.
So the first thing you guys have to do is figure out how to get into the base, or over to the door, into the mountain.
Yeah. Because some of us can't. Well, I think only a handful of us can fly now, if anyone.
And
I don't think anyone can play.
you,
Can or oh well, okay.
yeah, I don't know that anyone.
Actually, I don't know if I can fly. Can I?
Do you
I
have
can
flight
crawl.
on your sheet? Oh no, you don't fly.
I don't fly. Not this time around.
So you guys can kind of figure out where you want to breach. If you want to try to go in through the crater up at the top, if you want to try to go in through the large steel door, or if you want to try to go in through the broken hallways and stuff you can see down there. So you guys have to figure out where you want to get in and how you're going to get over there.
What's this drawing, Dave?
He's stuck in drawing mode, I guess.
No, he's marking the things that I'm talking about.
Oh.
So the crater is the thingy, the door is the circle, and that's
The
where
crater is the thingy and the door is the circle. I love it. Perfect. I got it.
All right.
I chose
So-
the circle first.
No, I'm just saying the crater is the thingy. I was just that's kind of
Got
where I
it.
got hung up on.
The rhombozoidal, not.
Yeah,
rhombozoid.
the freehand
Thank you.
drawing thingy.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. All right. So in character now, it's time to strategize.
One question for the GM would be for me. My character's backstory says I should have some idea, some things. Do I roll? Do you want me to roll stuff, or how do you want me to? Should I be rolling like investigation or insight or something like that?
So you can roll awareness anytime you want to see if you pass through an area, and if so, if you remember. Anyway, now I don't
Awareness
have
or
you
insight.
awareness. Have you told the party that you have been here before? Because that's not an inherent part of your backstory, or that's not like them knowing isn't an inherent thing to the setting.
I have it. I alluded to for the audience
Yeah.
participation that
Are we going to have another group that does not communicate and keeps secrets?
possibly.
Well,
I think this is a good opportunity.
I'm
Because
gonna.
all of us just got here, right?
yeah.
Well, no. I mean,
Well-
we all kind of
Like a
know.
sharing
Some
circle.
people know some people.
Most of you
slightly.
traveled here together. Clicks was already here.
How long was that travel time? Just so, like, was it like 2 weeks to get here, or was it like an afternoon? To kind of gauge how well we've known each other.
Well, I mean, you've been living together in a settlement for 5 years.
Okay.
The better part of 5 years.
Well, it's like 150 people.
you know,
We could say there
some
were
of
still
you came in
close.
at
Right.
different points during those 5 years. I think Book came in like 3 years ago, and so you know, different ones of you came in at different times, but none of you met less than 2 years ago.
Okay.
And we didn't tell each other a thing in that.
I am avoiding that this time. So definitely.
I think
So Chris and my character would know each other very well, considering that he considers himself my subordinate. So yes, we have a very, very strong working relationship. We keep kind of as I imagine, kind of a pseudo military situation of like me being in command. However, it's a lot less strict than it would have been back in the day.
Right.
So Like, he acknowledges that I have leadership, but I'm also very open to suggestions and cooperation and like collaboration on stuff. It's not like do as I say no matter what.
Right.
That's how I'm envisioning the character.
So at this point, I imagine that Oriana kind of just, while we're saying, like, okay, well, everybody, it's good that we're here, but
To answer your other question, though, real quick, given the terrain and some of the difficulties, but the relative, you've only traveled like 2 miles, but it's 2 miles over the Rocky Mountains. You know, with a lot of infrastructure missing. So
Yeah.
So I'd say it's probably been about 2 days.
Okay, that sounds about right. Especially in a world where there's like creatures and anomalies and God only knows what.
Yeah, it's definitely there are problems and there's a lack of infrastructure, and that all adds up.
Correct. And we climbed to 9,600 feet, so yeah, we done some hiking. So okay, so what have we been told by? Was it Clicks who's been posted here? Was that it?
Clicks is one of the people who has been posted here, yeah, for a little while.
All right.
The stuff that's in the introduction is the stuff that I have guaranteed everyone knows,
Okay.
which includes seeing stuff moving around and everything.
All right, so I'm going to ask Clicks. All right, so I've got the basic overlay of everything that happened, but tell me again exactly what you saw, which I guess now the GM has to reiterate in more detail. I'm guessing, is there any detail beyond the introduction?
No, not really.
Okay.
Dave has some freedom in how Clicks describes it, but
Alright.
basically, what I wrote is what she saw.
I saw what the GM said.
Well said. Well said. Ditto.
I don't have an imagination.
Oh, that's
there's
okay.
been any like movement, any like animals going in and out, like any activity around the like any of the entrances?
There has not been any of that, no.
No.
All right, so it said moving through the void. Which is the void? The square?
Yeah, that's the area
Alright.
where the top of Mount Doom is functionally floating. There's like little bits attached, but clearly not enough to actually sustain its weight. And some of what's attached does not look natural. Like, it's not stone, it's metal.
Right. All right, so going over the situation, I'm going to analyze it and say, all right. So what it's looking like is we have only 2 options because there's not a chance in hell we're getting on top of the thing up top, the floating part, because none of us really knows how to fly. So we got 2 possible infiltration points. We've got the door straight west of us, or we've got the void area slightly west by southwest. I am recommending and thinking we need to go for the void. A, because it's not a door, because we can actually get in there. B, it's at a lower elevation, so it's going to be easier to access. What does everyone else think?
And Swift votes for the void.
Ori agrees with the void.
Clicks has no preference because the terrain isn't gonna affect her either way.
True. But those of us who are bipedal might want to climb less. So, because what we're gonna have to do is literally climb down the canyon wall, cross that river, and then climb back up. Because I don't see another way in.
Does anyone have some rope?
Jules would take one of the tentacles and tap Book on the shoulder, and then mentally talk to Book, saying that the way I know the door is the way, but it might be easier for everybody else to take the void.
So I'm gonna say back. What do you mean the door is the way? Like that's the way to access stuff, not the void?
No, I just I remember that's how I got out.
Okay. So
And that's why you brought me along.
right. All right. So I'll say out loud. Now let's also consider as a plan B if we reach the void and it turns out to be a non-starter. We're relatively close to the door, so that's plan B. But I don't want to get all the way to the door and figure out, oh wait, we can't get in, or getting in would be kind of loud because good Lord only knows what we're going to find inside this thing, and I don't. I'd rather them not know we're coming, to be honest, because it's easier to not get shot and/or eaten and/or God only knows what if they aren't aware you're there.
Does
Okay.
Does Jules have any recollection of what's inside?
I'm sorry. Which one again, Chris? Or what's your character's name again, Chris?
Oh, Swift.
Swift. I would mentally talk to Swift, saying, "I remember bits and pieces. I took a lot of notes initially, but when I broke out of this place, I didn't. I was more focused on breaking out, so I wasn't I didn't expect to have to come back. That was not something I was thinking about at the time."
I'm gonna roll a perception check to see if I can figure out that she's talking mentally.
Well, is she able to talk verbally?
There's no mouth.
No.
So this is the only way
never
she
mind then.
talks.
And for flavor text, I imagine that I talk like a Hanar.
I don't
Good
know how that.
comparison.
I don't know what a Hanar is. Can someone?
Oh no!
Mass Effect.
Mass Effect.
It's a jellyfish-looking creature in Mass Effect.
Oh. Okay.
I remember.
I have never affected any masses.
Well, that's not true.
What? Well, I've affected the state of mass mildly, but that's about it. Okay.
So, how exactly are we gonna get down? I mean, we could use a rope.
Okay, so how steep are these walls? It's kind of hard to figure out based on this. Is it like sheer
No, it isn't.
canyon?
I mean,
or like
this is literally the easiest way to know how steep it is. There's lines telling you.
It's a topographical map.
well, I know
That's the
but from
point of
looking
it.
at I get that, but I can't tell.
All right, so when the lines are close together, it's steeper.
No.
Well, I don't know what close together relatively means. So I'm guessing is this steep? I don't know.
Jules,
so I would
Jules
say
will start like. Jules
I would
will
say,
start
yeah,
climbing
parts
down
of
the
it.
side.
it's going
and
pretty
just
steep.
Naturally,
That's a
just kind
river.
of like
Yeah.
Okay.
So
sticky spider to way down.
let me see here. So right there. What you're doing there is dropping. That's 83, 96. So you're dropping 1,300 feet in the span of 2,700 feet.
So that means it's actually not very steep.
Well,
Oh yeah, yeah.
drop-
it's like a ravine.
Yeah, it's like that. It's
Yeah, if we dropped the same distance as if the
if
two
you drop
distances
this,
were equal,
it'll be a 45
it'd be-
degree angle.
so this
like
is
on a
less
hill.
than 45.
So this
degrees.
is
It's a steep
slightly
slope.
it's a slightly shallower than 45 degrees. It's a little
All
shallower.
right, so
than
this one
45
right
degrees.
here.
Good sledding
so-
slope.
What about this one right here? How?
So if you look at that, so that's about going up to about 8,800, we'll say, from about what is this line?
The river's at about 8,400 or 8,300.
So 8,300. So yeah, so about 83 to 89. Or I'm sorry, yeah, 83 to 89 roughly. Or no, that's 88. So 83 to 88. So it's only 500-foot elevation over the span of 1,607 feet.
So that's less than a 33% grade. So both of these are actually very walkable. They're not even don't even need ropes.
You'll want to be careful, but yeah.
Yeah. Need to be careful, but it's not like. All right. So what time of day is it?
You guys arrived in the evening. It's up to you whether you camped and then are heading out in the morning or not, or are going immediately.
Let's see. Let me look at my inventory real quick. I have night vision goggles. Does anyone else have the ability to see in the dark?
I have night vision goggles.
My character can see infrared.
Okay. That's 3 of 6.
Pretty sure I just have normal eyes.
Okay.
I don't have eyes.
It's okay.
Well,
It's okay, Jules.
then you're fine.
Just pat him on the shoulder.
Yeah, Jules is fine because they can sense the terrain, don't need light. So, all right. So that means, what about Matt's character?
We
Hey,
can
Matt?
push his character down the cliff.
I mean, if the cave's dark, I could just like make a torch, probably.
with some rope.
Yeah.
Matt's
breathing on-
character can slither and wall crawl. Are you talking about being able to see?
See in the dark, yes.
Oh no, yeah, he has nothing for that.
Carol's having fun.
She's playing a game with some of her
tell.
friends.
What's the moon phase out?
And what's the clouds?
Oh goodness.
Carol!
Let her have her fun.
I know. It's just funny. All right, Tim. So what's the moon phase, and what's the weather?
Hold on a second.
The moon phase. We're making a lot of preparations.
This is a military tactical insertion. So yes.
We are somewhere so new moon happened already a few days ago. First quarter hasn't happened yet. It's going
Alright,
to.
so very little moonlight.
Yeah.
What about cloud cover?
Cloud cover, pretty sparse tonight.
And what time of year is this?
Summer.
Okay.
I am curious, is it like, because we're on a kind of mountainous terrain, is there a lot of like plants and foliage, or are we just kind of out in the open?
So there is some foliage. It's definitely very unusual foliage. Like this area is more similar to the scar that you guys are used to back in a normal setting. Where physics gets wonky sometimes, and the plants are weird, and the stones are weird. Even like everything is weird.
Like it's from a different reality.
Yep.
Do you think maybe we should all like try to sneak in?
But you guys have been living in that environment for the last 5 years, so
Yeah.
Because none of us have really rolled stealth, right? So we're just kind of walking.
Well, we haven't even started yet because we're still
Okay.
determining. Considering that multiple of us cannot see in the dark. Book has a flashlight, so that can help those who don't. However, Book would prefer to not have any light, just in case there's someone watching.
But
There's
if
a
there's
light-
not a lot of cloud cover, there are also going to be a decent amount of stars out.
that's true.
So it's not going to be completely pitch dark either.
All right, so that's
Yeah.
going to be a GM question then. How well is the terrain visible without light?
So if you don't have any way to see with ultravision or dark vision or something like that, you're gonna be moving at like half speed at best, just to be able to see where you're going. But you can do that.
Then I'll ask the group, all right, so we have two options here. A, I have a flashlight, and we can make it down for those of us who can't see in the dark, make it down more easily. Problem with that, though, is if anyone's on the other side, they'll see us coming. Or B, we use the light from the moon and the stars to making our way very slowly across. But it's a lot less chance of us being detected. What do you all think?
Caution.
I was thinking we should just, if we have people like me who can't really see, just hold on to the ones that can, and then we can just walk. Prepare
Alright.
any light source for later on.
Make sure
Case
you
of
stay with
ambush.
your travel buddy. Nice. Okay.
Mhm.
That
It's gonna grab
works.
Jules' shoulder.
That works.
Yep.
Or
Yeah, I've got night vision.
I've got night vision.
Yeah, so one of you, each of you, so
Don't
who all
team
can't
me up.
see in the dark, who all
Don't
can't
team me
see.
up with Skippy.
Oh.
I'm feeling whoop. Trip him with my tail.
Yeah.
You
so,
can't.
All right. It's true. All right.
He's largely
So-
he's functionally incorporeal.
Oh, dagnabbit.
All right. So then it's Jitterbugs and Oriana who can't see in the dark, was it?
yeah, just call him Ori because it's true.
Okay.
Yeah, they can't see in the dark.
All right. So Ori, you stay on me. Jitterbug, you stay
Okay.
on Swift, and let's just ease our way across. How wide is the river, by the way, Tim?
Not very.
And how deep is it?
It's a creek.
Okay. That's great.
I mean, this is actually the satellite, view of it, and I don't have. I did set the distances to be accurate, so it's like, a thin line,
Alright.
it's maybe 20 feet, I guess,
Okay. Then.
across.
All right. So that shouldn't be a problem. Then, if no one
Who's my
has
battle
any,
buddy.
well,
I
you
would
have
raise a
remote.
tentacle.
You have
I
remote
would raise-
sense. You have remote sensing, so you can sense the terrain.
Well, I mean, no, remote sensing doesn't give them senses that they don't already have. It just allows them to
So.
displace it. So
All right.
they just have
Then-
basic human senses.
All right. Then in
They're
that
just
case,
not centered on sensory organs.
all right.
I
Then Jitterbug with clicks, Jules with me. So 3 of us can see in the dark, 3 of us can't. So that works.
Got it.
Which one's Jitterbug?
Matt, isn't that Matt?
Yeah,
Dagnabbit.
yeah, because he's like,
We'll all get it at the end of the
you
session.
don't have any special
We're
senses,
like, wait.
right?
I have a list. I think it's Eric is Jules, Chris is Swift, Tripper is Book, Matt is Shitterbug, and Dave is Clicks. Is that right? Perfect.
Okay.
All right. If there's no objections, let's kick this pig.
All right.
Got
That's actually set in game.
It's right over yonder. We got this, guys.
Damn it.
All right. Okay, Tim. So we make our way down the slope. I would say directly down, like this way.
So are
I would say
now
we
we're rolling
ease
for
our way
stealth,
down.
or-
Yeah, because this. Remember, you don't have to go in where the square is. Everywhere along that terrain line, for the most part, is open.
Well, what I'm thinking is you don't want to cross like at an angle. You want to go
Yeah.
straight. So we're gonna. I would recommend going straight down, follow the river until we're directly below the void, and then go straight up.
Hey, there's
Oh, look!
Matt.
It's a Skippy,
Hey,
Hey.
and we can't
Skippy,
hear
We
you.
cannot hear you.
No, here's Skippy.
It's just Skippy things. Okay, you are-
I can
Second
very
hearing.
faintly
Something.
hear him.
Yeah,
You're
Yeah,
like-
we can hear you now.
1 decibel.
just one.
Just one. Just okay.
Yeah,
Now you're
yeah.
to 5
Just one.
decibels. You're getting there. 5. Your input volume is
Way
Yeah.
down.
no better.
can't hear you at all anymore.
How about now?
Hey!
There we go.
We can work
Wow.
with that.
There we go.
Can you still hear
Matt?
me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I
then
also
switch-
turned you up in the call, so
Ah, that made.
that helped, I'm sure.
Oh my God! Skippy's tech. Up now we can't hear him. I was about to say it's finally working, and then it stops. Say something, Matt. Nope, you are back to 1 decibel. You're also not in roll 20.
Hey, we got your computer. We can't teach you how to use it as well.
Not from this distance.
I was trying to
Hey.
get the
Oh, 500
There you
decibels.
go.
I was trying to get the mic on my headset.
There you go. That's a sweet spot. That'll work.
That's
But no.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at any rate, we have done introductions. I introduced your character. We've explained the story. Did you read the introduction document that I posted?
I think.
You think?
Hold on.
not the character
That's
introduction,
close.
like the actual introduction.
Better than
Like I said,
that.
I think. Hold on. Let me get into the actual roll 20.
Yeah,
Okay.
that'd be helpful.
At this rate, this is going to be a 14 shot. because-
Right.
Especially when
Gosh.
people show up 45 minutes late.
Okay, it's not my fault this time. I was held up at work because I was the only one closing.
That still sounds like a personal problem.
No, I've worked for Walmart. I know. So
Thank you.
yeah. Anyway, so we are currently traversing
A mountain. So we're infiltrating a
Operation
base.
Control.
We're infiltrating a base where it looks like we're in Colorado. This seems to be where everything originated. It's a mountain that the top half of it is literally floating, and so we're going down a canyon wall and then up another canyon wall. Not that steep actually, to go into said base, and where it's middle of the night. You can't see in the dark. 3 of us can, so we're doing travel buddies for the 6 of us. Like the ones that can see in the dark are leading and holding on to the ones who can't. And you, like I said, are one of those who cannot. You are with Dave. See, Eric is with me, and let's see, Pointless is with Chris.
How fast can Jitterbug move? Because you're going to slow Clicks down.
Oh, we're staying as a group.
I mean,
Clicks is a scout, man. Advanced scout.
Well, if you want to bring that up, you can.
Yeah, Clicks will be like, I'd rather scout ahead.
Fair point. All right then. Jitterbug, which is Matt. You stay with Swift and Swift and Ori. So that's going to be a chain of 3 people.
okay. Because I was about to ask, how is anyone holding on to me? Because reasons.
Yeah,
you're
already discussed that you were incorporeal.
Okay.
Well, this is
it
more of you
selective?
just. Is it selective or permanent?
I was under the impression is like I can sort of control it, but like it's more of that incorporeal is the standard.
Yeah. Basically, if he condenses all the particles in his hand enough, then he can hold on to something.
So that's what he would be doing.
Okay.
Yeah, basically.
All right. So, all right, Tim. Do we need to make any rolls for making our way down the cliffs, the
Not if you take it slow.
hillside?
Not if you take
Not
it slow.
take
No.
slow.
So yeah, Clicks will be like kind of scouting ahead, double backing, telling the group where the good footholds are and what's clear.
And checking to see if you run into anyone or anything of interest, of course.
Yeah.
Does he run into anything or anyone of interest?
No, there's she's not going to. There's one of the things that she noticed in the scouting was that the monstrous wildlife basically vanished from the area.
Okay, that's both helpful and disconcerting. All right then.
No
So if
giant dinosaurs.
Yay. So if nothing happens, I guess, do we make our way successfully to the void?
Sure.
All right. So we have reached the void. What do
All
we
right.
see?
So what you see is the mountain. The part of the mountain that's above you, obviously, is above you in a disconcerting way. But there are like hallways. Like these are very visibly hallways now that you're close. Now that you're closer and not looking down at the void, you can see much more clearly that there are actual passageways and something that looks like an elevator shaft. A lot of them are heavily damaged. Some of them have holes in them.
Like what kind of holes?
Like the metal has been rent, like the actual mountain had moved and bent them and torn them open. Some of it looks like there's been explosions. Some of the explosions look like they went in. Some of them look like they came out. But there's all kinds of damage like that. Like it's heavily damaged, but there are hallways that you can see and an elevator shaft that you can see that you can try to get into.
All right.
So
Question
as Ori
is,
sees this, she's gonna say, "Heaven to Betsy, this place is mighty cattywampus."
You can say that again.
But please
Jules
don't.
make a shape of like a question mark. With one of the tentacles. What was that?
This
All
place
right.
is been turned upside down.
All right. So Book is going to go over to the elevator shaft, peer up and peer down. Does she see anything?
It is very dark.
Okay. So even with the night vision, there's like just nothing of note in there.
Yeah, pretty much. You can
How-
see as far as you can see, and then it's just dark.
So, Tim, I would like to mentally project myself down the shaft, like as though I was crawling down the shaft, but
Uh-huh.
I'm doing that out of body style.
Right.
Can I? When do I hit bottom? Like, or do I feel anything on the way down?
Okay.
how-
Excuse me.
how
Well,
far
so
can you
first
go
of all,
Not feel. Let me rephrase. Do I sense anything outside of feeling? As I-
so let me think. So you can't see, right? You don't have any special vision powers, other than
So
the
it'd be like
displacement.
hearing, smell, and taste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hearing, smell, and taste,
Yes.
basically.
What does the elevator shaft taste like?
Old metal.
I lick the elevator shaft. What do I do?
Old rusty.
I mean, you could. You're not putting an actual mouth on it, so it's less risky.
I know, right? It's less risky.
Less risky.
I mean, claws can climb down too.
True.
Well, I'm trying to. If there's a baddie down there, I'm trying to suss that out before.
Sus.
all right. What's your range?
1,800 feet.
Okay. So you'll get down about 500 feet before you get to what is very much appears to be the crashed remains of an elevator car.
Okay.
I would mentally communicate the book and say
Just
it goes down about 500 feet, and that's. I think the elevator sits at the bottom.
All right. Well, even if I had a rope, I doubt it'd be one that long. So, okay. So yeah, you were saying, Clicks. You can go down there. We don't know what we're dealing with. I feel a little leery about splitting up in any way, because if you go down there and get hit by something, we can't come save you.
I can do it very stealthily.
All right, if you want to, I will not stand in your way, friend.
All right, do you want me to roll stealth?
yes.
We all needed to roll stealth in the first place, didn't we?
Okay, that was a 32.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that was a 20.
Crit?
That was a
Nice.
crit.
Very nice.
So, yep.
Where'd he go?
Very
It's
just
he's-
vanishes into the
Vapor.
elevator shaft.
Mhm.
Like
All
it's
right.
nothing.
And I will get down to the bottom of the shaft, and I will take a look around. And I can't see anything because that was
That was a meh roll.
Because you don't have dark vision, right?
I have
Infrared.
infravision.
Yeah, there's no infrared source down here.
So basically, that means that Clicks can't see. There's no infrared to see.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I could see like Oh, that's
Infravision is heat. Ultravision
Yeah.
is ultraviolet light.
yeah.
Well,
So
that's good.
heat,
There's
I'd
nothing.
be able to see any residual heat signatures from the daytime.
Yep.
But
So
this is so down.
It's so down.
Yeah,
Uh,
this is 500 feet down from a point that was already buried under a mountain.
Yeah.
So you could see above ground, yeah, the residual heat from where there was sun, like not too long ago. But down
Okay.
here, it doesn't really.
There hasn't ever been sunlight in this shaft.
Yeah, 'cause the
Jules is
floating
going
mountain
to
above us.
crawl down, tentacle style, all the way down 500 feet, and then feel around that whole area with the various tentacles to get a sense of the room.
Yeah, so
How far can
It's
you?
just a giant elevator shaft, right?
well, like I said, this is the point where you'll find out what I mentioned earlier is there's definitely the crushed remains of a elevator car at the bottom. It seems to have fallen at some point and hasn't been cleaned up.
Is there
there
a
are
way-
doors
Okay.
as well.
So, is the doors like? Is there handles on the doors? Is it easily Is it open or ajar, or is it?
You'd have to pull them open. Yeah, I mean, they don't seem like they're going to be more difficult than like a normal elevator door to kind of force open, but they would.
can I
have
use
to be
my
forced
claws to open them?
open. Yeah. I mean, you could try.
Do I have to do
It's
a
just
roll?
strength check. Yeah.
While this is happening, by the way, I'm going to. I'm going to. Swift and I are going to look around the current hallway, seeing if anything like stands out. Like look at what each room is designated.
So, where you access the elevator shaft, there isn't a hallway. Like, there's a hole in the elevator shaft that just goes straight to the outside.
Oh, okay. That I.
You're basically between floors. The bits of hallways that you can see are either like stairways that are going down, or bits that are going straight out, but the rock around them is going up enough that they can become exposed.
So, is there anything else that we can have access to that's worth investigating?
I mean, you can go into a hallway if you want to. It's just at the entrance to the shaft, you're not in one.
Because at this point, really, most of us are not going to be able to get down to the bottom. So we're looking, but there's no way to get down there that I can think of.
Yeah.
So
The easiest
I'm
place
not
to get
saying
in.
we underprepared for this, but we could have really used that rope.
we don't have any.
The easiest
That rope
place
was
to get
never mentioned.
in would be for you guys is there is clearly what is clearly a stairwell that has openings that you can get into.
Then what I'm going to say is, all right. Well, the two of them are down there. Let's hit the stairwell and see if we can meet them down below. Because we can't. Sitting up here doesn't do us any good.
Swift agrees.
How
Sounds like a
how
plan.
far? How far does the stairwell go down?
And
is it illuminated or no?
Of course, it's not illuminated.
no, it's at this point, no, it's not illuminated. You don't see any illumination there.
So
If
buddy
you're
system.
If you look down the stairway, you'll see some lower levels where there's lights flickering. And if you look up, you'll see some higher levels where there's lights flickering, but there aren't any in this immediate area.
So I'll comment. Interesting. So something is trying to generate some power. That's fascinating. Might want to try to find a generator or power room at some point, but that's not our first priority. First priority is figuring out what this facility is and what happened. So,
What do I see when I open the door?
A hallway with flickering lights. It looks like a very sterile hallway. It looks like it used to be a very sterile hallway. It definitely looks like it's been abandoned for a long time. It looks like it's been abandoned for more than 5 years.
which is when the event happened.
Yeah.
I'm gonna comment that I hate the smell of this place. To book.
Agreed.
And then, does the stairwell meet up next to the elevator where we're at? Is there a stairwell?
It's not right
that
there.
obvious?
It's. I mean, if you if you look for a moment, yeah, you can figure out. It's kind of like. It's further in.
I would say within eye shot if
You
I
can
had
see-
eyes, but like. within.
You can see a sign that says like stairs further
Okay.
down the hallway.
So
Jules would open up the door to the bottom of the stairwell and tap 3 times on the wall, just to kind of give the other crew
Splorp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slurp. So
So, are we able to perceive that?
I mean, it's 500 feet away. I guess that really depends on how hard he knocks, or they knock. We don't actually. There isn't a gender written on Jules' sheet, is there?
no, I'm just a they.
Yeah, you have
Right.
because they have no memory of their time before being a mutant, and don't have anything discernible to determine a gender.
Right, gender.
I guess you
so
could.
how hard are
I guess
you?
you could decide to describe your voice as masculine or feminine sounding if you like, but that would literally be it.
Clearly, just nondescript hand art voice.
There you go.
Dave, what's the name of your character again for my education? Sorry, since we're close to each other.
Clicks.
Clicks. I would mentally talk to Clicks and say, "Where do you want to go next?" Which is probably the first time I'm mentally communicating with him.
Her.
Her. My bad. Her.
I mean, we've been in camp together, so you haven't talked to me in 5 years.
Have you gone out of your way to talk to the jellyfish in camp?
Calamari.
I wouldn't see why not. I'm a freaking scorpion.
Yes, she's like a scorpion centaur thing. Like,
You've got animal kingdom in common, so like yeah, animal buddies.
Well, okay, the question's the same. Whether how you react to it, it's up to you. Since it's
I'm
me and
gonna
you
say
doing this.
that I'm gonna scout out the stairwell and see if I can meet up with the group up top.
Does the stairwell go down?
not from where you
Further?
are. No.
Okay.
Seem to be on the bottom level.
Do
All the bad
I'll-
stuff happens at the bottom level.
Yeah, I'll tell Jules to
Clearly.
hang tight and while I scout.
Jules will literally just hang off the ceiling with a couple tentacles, and swing calmly back and forth.
A real comedian, that one.
Yeah. All right. So you're traveling up,
Yep.
and the rest of you are traveling down.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
This sounds. I sense friendly fire
Right
in our
in the
future.
Are you just going for it?
Just going for it.
I mean, are you rolling stealth or anything?
I would probably roll stealth.
I mean, I'm still doing my stealth.
This is
I
a
will-
different
I'm
scenario.
a
You're gonna have
scout.
to roll again. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to be stealthy, or do you want to be known?
No, Clicks always wants to be stealthy.
Much like D.
There we go.
Ah.
So everyone's basically that canceling. So I'm going with book right now. So I should probably roll as well.
I'll laugh
Well,
if you guys
there's-
walk
there's-
past each other because you don't detect each other. Just like
There are some flickering lights, so you are able to see to some degree.
Ah. I will
Tim
attempt
would-
stealth.
Tim would be really cruel to make this entire thing pitch black with characters that can't see in the dark.
That's true.
Alright. And Jitterbug needs to roll a 2. And Jitterbug and crap. Who are we missing? New names. I'm bad with names. Who has not rolled stealth?
Swift rolled stealth.
Everybody
Yeah, everyone that's moving
is
rolled stealth.
in the
Everyone
stairwell.
going down.
Everyone's
Yeah.
Oh, right. Jules is
On-
not. Okay.
Jules is swinging.
I'm swinging.
Carol hates everyone
We
so
hate
much.
you too. Sorry, I just
Oh, Carol's a card.
She's having so much fun over there.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right. All right. Cool. So, yeah, you guys are all kind of make your way down. It's gonna take you a little while because that's
It's like 50 flights of stairs.
yeah. It's not a small amount of.
is it? Yeah.
It's
Yeah, it's
500
500
feet.
feet.
Like
500 feet.
assuming that each story occupies 10 feet, which they probably occupy more than that, honestly. Well, let me think.
At that deep, they're probably going to be relatively
No.
thick floors between.
That's
So-
like 20 floors or something like that, because I think like 100 isn't like 100 feet, 120 feet, like 4 stories or something like that.
That would be 40.
We're
That'd be 30
gonna say
floors.
each floor occupies about 25 feet. So there is a so that's now there is one floor you'll notice. Like there's one area where you go down what should be 2 floors, but there's not an entrance to a floor on one of those. You know what I mean? Like you're used to seeing a floor every 25 feet. There's a point where Tripper's camera just shut off.
Yep.
Okay. Tripper, are you still there? Apparently not. If you can hear us, you should know that we can't hear you.
Or see.
Or see you. Ah, there he goes. Okay. Hey, you're back.
I don't know what the hell happened to my Wi-Fi. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, so you're used to, so you're going to be very accustomed to seeing new entrances to different hallways every 25 feet. There is a point about halfway down where there's 50 feet between 2 sets of, like one of the landings that would normally have a doorway doesn't have one. But everything else.
I am going to investigate.
Okay. At that point at that landing.
Yep.
All right, it's a wall.
Guys, it's a wall.
Is it brittle? Can we break through it? We can break through things. So, in character, or is this kind of... So, what exactly are we looking for?
Well, that's the thing. We're not 100% sure what this facility is. It looks like this is the origin of things, possibly. So we're looking for any information on what happened here and whether this has any relation to us at all.
Because that's about halfway. That's about where you guys. Actually, you'll be a bit above it. Because Clicks moves significantly faster than the rest of you. So Clicks will get to that floor, the missing floor, before you, and she'll be there, kind of poking at the wall when you guys arrive. So that's where you meet up. Whatever you're going to do when you meet up happens now.
Okay. All right, so we'll meet up with Clicks, and I'll ask, all right, so what'd you find?
A wall.
Well, that's underwhelming.
Like a metal wall, or like
Yeah, it's
just
metal.
a stone one?
I turn around and
metal.
I point at the wall.
Oh, that. Okay.
This wall right here.
This wall.
Can anyone try to like go to the other side of it or phase through it or something? It looks to tick.
Jitterbug?
Jitterbug, sorry.
Can you phase through that?
I mean, I can try.
All right, don't get stuck. Because none of us can
Well,
actually get to you.
so you know that you need gaps to travel through because you have 2 ranks of insubstantial, which makes you gaseous. You're not like a ghost,
Okay.
so you can go anywhere that like air can get to.
So is this like a metal wall,
Yeah.
or is it?
This is it's a sealed wall. It's just a solid,
Yeah, this is
airtight wall.
this isn't a thing where like they had a door and then they sealed it. There just was never a door there.
So is there any way further in?
Not unless you can like drill or
It's just a
punch
dead
through
end.
it or something.
I've got plastic explosives.
That is true.
Or he's gonna like, wait, hold your horses. I think that could cause a cave-in.
Yeah,
That'd be very good.
I'm for the sake of all of our eardrums and not getting crushed by a literal effing mountain. I'm not really in favor of trying to explode anything down here.
Jules can punch the wall.
So, Jitterbug is just gonna go up to the wall as visibly as he can, tap it, and say, "It's a wall." Unless there's, something on the other side, there probably isn't much we can do here.
Well, okay,
Let's
it's
be
just
fair though, there is a floating mountain above us, so anything's possible.
I mean, it's just kind of a conspicuous wall. But okay, maybe there's nothing. God only knows.
I
Do
mean,
you
All
want
right.
do you
Let's
want
move on.
Jules to punch the wall?
space between the floors.
Jules, as in the
No, I'm sorry.
jelly, the jellyfish on the bottom floor
Clicks.
swinging.
Yes,
Swinging around?
clicks. I
Okay.
meant.
All right.
Do you want me to punch the wall?
Sure.
All right. I'm gonna use my claws on the wall.
Okay. Well, that'll hit. 21. 21 is not enough to break metal. Or wait, I'm sorry, it rolls. Yeah, it's fine. It does not seem to take any
So-
damage from you doing that.
Yeah. All right, guys.
guess
Let's
we should head up then?
let's not get too hung up on the wall. Let's see.
Yeah.
All right. So reiterate for me. So we're on the bottom floor. So literally, what all is down?
So if you then proceed to the bottom floor, because you're not currently
okay,
on
we're
the bottom floor.
Oh,
This is
Do I
about
see them?
halfway
Head
down.
further
Or
down.
sense them?
So Jules just told me that there's some servers down in the basement.
well, that sounds promising.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
Next
Oh,
stop.
servers, equal computers equal technology equal information equal
And
answers?
apparently they're still running.
Very nice. All right, let's
That's
move.
even more
Let's do this.
interesting.
Swift says, "I hope we can catch him."
You do realize that you're still not funny, right?
I mean, everyone else laughed. All right.
Yeah, book
Clicks
ain't,
had already
book ain't one of them.
kind of skittered off and didn't hear the joke.
Aw. At least Book didn't order me not to tell jokes.
I really can't. She's just kind of gonna shake her head with a very small smile when she says, "You know, you're still not funny, right?" Just rapport between them. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
At
Continuing
that
our way
point,
down.
Jules, I'll be like with you because the other group is slow.
Yeah.
Jules is just hanging from the ceiling still, kind of yo-yoing back up and down, just waiting for someone to return.
So when we get to Jules, I'm gonna look up and go, "Are we having fun?"
And you mentally hear, yes.
All right, back to work. All right, so server
Okay.
room. So do we see like any like monitors or anything to access said servers with?
So I don't
Someone
know a
should say-
whole lot about servers, but I'm pretty sure there has to be something, right?
I have no idea.
There's usually like a terminal every once in a while or something like that, right?
Dave? There's usually
Like a
something,
system.
right?
Depends
system.
on the system, but usually yes, there is a pull-out monitor with a keyboard, usually for a bank of servers.
There you
All right, so we're gonna find that.
Jules had mentioned to book. There's also 2 maintenance rooms.
All right. Who's good with computers? I mean, I'm okay, but I would not exactly call myself Bill Gates.
Clicks will be like, "Do you think I can type?"
Well, that wasn't necessarily specifically aimed at you. You're asking the group, and I know tentacles for hands here. Yeah, you probably can't either. I understand.
Hey, let me try.
Tentacles are better than claws.
Well, I mean, you have hands. You have hands up here, and then you have claws on the.
Oh, I thought that I originally had claws.
Jules can
Yeah.
give it a shot. I've
I
got
mean, I can
lots
too.
of tentacles. I can one finger type like the best of them.
All right, but how about
So
everyone
I-
else?
So
I'm pretty good with technology.
I've got
Alright.
plastic explosives.
I think
That's my
or you're just
technology.
So
gonna
I
kinda
guess
just go to
it's
switch.
me who's doing this.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna
So-
say, all right, Jules. I
Switch.
appreciate your enthusiasm, but let's let Jitterbug handle this one.
Jules
Damn it, Matt!
will slap his
Damn it,
Jitterbug
Matt!
hand.
Okay,
Oh,
so you're
I-
equally as bad with technology in game as you are IRL.
I just imagine Jules like putting their hands on it and then gets slime on it and then like Jitterbug pushes
So-
to the side. Let me try it. And just
So,
explodes.
if you re-roll before I tell you the results, you can spend a hero point.
So,
Okay.
Tim,
We only
There we
have
go.
2 hero points though,
Um,
right?
Here.
were the claws?
You
part
do
of-
still have the option to give each other a hero point, like we normally do.
were
Oh,
the
very good.
claws a part of Clix's exoskeleton?
So originally you had your hands were replaced with claws. When you were further
Okay.
mutated, they were transferred.
Yeah, it said they moved, but it never said that I actually.
You
got
still
my-
have hands though. You
Right.
you have hands again.
Oh, I had hands again. I'm sorry, I missed
Yeah.
that.
So that was a weird experience for you. To get mutated twice.
All right, so we've clicked away. We've all kind of clicked together. It seems.
So, all right, one at a
Why
time,
is
guys.
everybody still mentioning me for some reason?
Well, it's plural. Clicks. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Ah, crap.
Yeah, you're able to get in with that 24.
What about the 21?
Were you actually also doing that? Like
Yeah,
on
I was trying
another
to.
on another thing? Sure.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay then.
Yeah. The security isn't super great on this particular terminal because God, the things you'd have to go through to get to it.
Yeah, I know, right? The building is the security.
If you tried to hack into it from outside, the DC would be a lot higher. But when you're standing at the server at the bottom
You're at
of a
the source.
mountain,
Yeah.
You're making me cringe right now, Tim.
I know. But I'm just thinking to myself,
That's not how it works.
how did the person who programmed this think this through, and how much were they paid to do it? And
Apparently not
Clearly
enough.
government.
And not enough.
Every superhero set.
They never
set people to
upgraded their
first.
solar winds.
yeah,
That's right.
Oh, jeez.
It's the lowest bidder.
yeah. Anyone who does like IT for government knows that this was definitely a hack job. Anyway,
Very nice. Okay. All right. So, what do we find in the 7?
Well, in my defense, I used to Clix used to be military, so
Yeah.
she might have been sort of familiar with the system.
yeah.
So, what do we find?
A lot. I mean, this is like the server of all of the. So, like, all of the research that was going on here passed through here at some point or another, and there's
Okay,
many
so-
floors of research.
So we've determined that this is a research facility then,
Yes.
based off of that.
Yeah,
search.
what you're going to find is that there's a lot of, like, labs and a lot of reports and a lot of communications and a lot of data. If you wanted to sit here and just sift through data, it would take you a little while.
Well, I don't know what direction to go, so I'm going to say, are there multiple terminals so that we can split the work?
Yeah.
All right. Then
Clix is already at a separate terminal than Jitterbug is.
I'm going to say, all right.
Was there,
One
like,
of
2 other
you-
rooms? Side?
It's rows and rows of servers.
Yeah.
So
All right. One of you
Can-
look at everything A through M, and the other look at anything N through Z. Just split the work and see what you find.
Well,
Can I take a look at it?
Clicks isn't very smart, so
18
she
was
won't
not
know
enough to
what,
get in.
she
Oh.
won't know what she's looking at. So can she give her terminal to Jules now that she's in? Can she let Jules take over?
Well, Book is also quite intelligent. Book has an 8 in intellect. Jeez.
Jules would tap on Book's shoulder and be like, "I think I could think through this faster."
All right. You go right ahead then. So
Can Tim, out of character, can I take over Dave's terminal?
Yeah, the check was to unlock it. Once it's unlocked, it doesn't care who's actually at the keyboard.
So Clicks.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just gonna say that Clicks is gonna kind of check out the maintenance room while you guys are doing the computer stuff.
All right, cool. It's a maintenance room. It has a mop sink and mop supplies and various cleaning agents.
Does anyone have chemistry? Can they make a bomb from the cleaning supplies?
He's got
Yes.
plastic explosives. We do.
Must we remind you?
And the tentacle would be pointing directly at him, like he's got plastic explosives. So would go. Jules would start searching through, and I'm looking at my stat sheet, and I think I can mentally process that information a lot faster.
Oh yeah, you have
Browsing,
what to call it,
because
right?
I have quickness.
Yeah.
Quickness to mental task only.
Yeah.
Which would be,
Interesting.
I would say,
Yeah. So how many ranks in that do you have?
10.
Okay.
Oof.
So
Super reading.
yeah, that qualifies as super reading. Let me just. Okay, so let me see here. If it would take.
It's my first time looking at this too, so let me look this up as well.
So if you. So to get through at a normal pace, reading through all of this data is going to take something like a day. Now you have 10 ranks in that, which means you're dropping it down. It takes you about 2 minutes.
Nice. That's
okay,
awesome.
we got our ringer.
Jules would be like, as you can see, like furiously scrolling through things, like
Yeah, the screen is just like
None of us
we're like
can even
never
process.
We have never seen Jules do this, so I'm just standing there like, what? Like,
give me another minute or two, I should be done with it.
Yeah, it might take you slightly longer than 2 minutes, just because the computer's like the speed at which it scrolls down.
You can.
But it's definitely going as fast as it goes.
I'll give me a couple of minutes because this thing's pretty damn slow. As you see, it's scrolling away.
All right.
I just kind of starts twitching, like.
Do we find anything with an interesting file name? That's the real question.
I'm guessing we have to let a minute or
Jules
a few
is
minutes
Jules
to
is looking
pass
at
it.
literally all. It's not about file name; it's about content at this point. So we're
Processing.
looking.
Limited
Yes, but a
on.
file name will lead to interesting content.
You're
Well,
limited by the
not even
file
looking at
load
file
time
names.
at this point.
Yeah, at this point, the file load time is slower than Jules.
Who
is
cares
actually
about
reading.
the file name? We're actually looking at the contents of the file. So Jules can tell us like the actual text. So file name's irrelevant.
Are we going to let the required amount of minutes pass?
Yes.
For...
I mean, it might take me as long to type what you find as it.
Oh, okay. Well, fair. So I guess you guys have a couple minutes to burn or something.
So Book is going to go ask Swift to go with him to go check out, what was it, a storage closet? What was the thing we saw?
Maintenance closets.
Maintenance
There are
closet.
two of
So what
them.
do we see in those?
Maintenance stuff.
Mops and cleaning supplies, he said.
Okay. All right. Well, that was exciting.
Corey's just gonna probably stand watch over Jules to make sure while they're focused.
I want
nothing
Jitterbug to
happens.
make some like elephant foam, whatever it's called.
Why?
Clicks is very easily amused. Come on, that stuff is cool.
Little buff.
What's it called? Is it called like elephant snot or what? I'm not sure. I don't remember what it's called.
I'm not even sure what's being talked about right now.
Basically, you mix two things in a beaker, and the shape of the beaker is.
Oh, that.
Just-
Why are?
Oh, it
Oh, a foam
explodes.
explosion.
Oh,
Why
yeah.
is-
Elephant two space? That's right.
Why is that the topic of conversation right now?
Because they're cleaning supplies, and I'm like, Clicks wants to be amused.
Lord above.
It was just like dumb sheer luck that she got into the computer.
Click. Just kind of, whatever you do, don't start mixing chemicals. It's bad
I
for
would
your
rather-
inhalation.
I'd rather not die of sudden onset lung explosion.
TPK.
Yeah.
While Jules is going through all of that, I want to go into the maintenance closet and find a jug of ammonia and a jug of bleach.
Oh,
Whoa,
Lord.
whoa, whoa, whoa! What are we doing? What are we doing?
Can Ori make a
Prepare it.
perception check? Can Ori make a perception check?
So Clicks will
hard to know
explain
about
how
that.
she got in. She's just like, I just used the password I usually use, which was password 12345.
That
thought-
hurts.
I thought this facility would have been run by geniuses.
You thought wrong.
I did think that. Then again, how smart can they be when they apparently literally effed the entire planet? So
Jules would be like, those assholes.
yeah.
Oh man. I'm gonna go.
Well, at least we haven't encountered anything dangerous in here. I was kind of expecting like monsters or maybe some sort of mutant.
I mean, to be
Like
fair, you've been
snake
in
creature.
a hallway and 2 rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you expect a facility to be filled with people in a facility.
I guarantee you, there's a little shop of horrors down here somewhere, something that's gonna try to nimble our giblets. So just be ready.
I posted a picture of a Hanar for you, Trip. by the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
So Jules is like,
oh, that thing.
Jules is like,
Got it.
processing this right now. I'm reading it. Huh. Jules would say, I think there's other people like me down here.
Like you specifically?
No, I don't know.
They're not.
I
It's
know.
just-
I
yeah.
read further on that. Yeah, I was like, no. So, this is. I stumble a lot of. They do a lot of experiments down here, which I fucking remember that.
Yeah.
They had different programs. One of them is very top secret, and I don't have a whole bunch on it.
You don't have anything.
And-
You weren't able to access any of its folders without another technology check.
And there was 2 other, probably captives. 2 other captives like me. Those bastards were just testing,
Well,
just figuring shit out.
there were 3. 2 of them.
Right.
So 2 of them,
Oh,
their
2 of
number, their specimen numbers are formatted like yours.
Right.
Oh wait, I completely screwed something up. Book has like a 16 in technology. Damn, helps I read the sheet.
Yeah.
So
I say, wait, okay, so there's stuff you couldn't access?
there's a file that's top secret that I haven't. It's locked up, but it's
Well,
Okay,
12345 password didn't work.
All All right. You know what? I'm feeling lucky. Let me have a crack at it. See if I can't make this puppy sing for us.
Or it's just like, did you try 5, 4, 3, 2, 1?
29.
They're very big on
No.
communication stuff down here too.
No.
They did a lot of testing and experiments for communication tech.
Like, well, whatever the hell that is, they do not want us to have access to it. Great. Okay.
Schools will give a technology roll for the shits and giggles of it.
Did you try secret 1, 2, 3?
That's the same as my luggage.
Spaceballs, nice.
Probably not.
No.
Does anybody
So
else
they
want to
did-
give it a try?
I'll
They
give
did
it
a
a
lot of
shot.
They did a lot of
My
study on
voice is my
biology stuff, too.
passport.
Or we might as well attempt a technology check.
Nope.
Very clumsily.
It's getting worse.
All right.
Can we do a team check? Can we all get together on this and all?
After-
Hit buttons.
After 3 attempts, it's gonna lock you out.
Ah,
Ah, damn.
But so some of those rolls didn't ever actually happen. But what you were looking at was Project Charon.
Die!
Wait, what?
Sweet, I think... Is this a canon action, or...
No, it's just me being silly.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, it's
you got our attention.
the thing you couldn't access was called Project Charon, Charon.
I thought it was Charon. Oh, okay.
All right. My gut tells me that whatever that program is, probably is what we want to find out more about. Because, I mean, why would you hide something if it wasn't important? So,
why would they be doing studies on communication tech and biology programs down here? I mean,
well, you're able to communicate mentally and you're biological.
Who's Sharon, and why don't they want us to know about her?
Whoa. I just completely lost internet.